Hello everyone, we're up to Chapter 4, Organizational Buyer Behavior. As in business to consumer, we have purchasing behavior as within vis-a-vis the consumer, known as consumer behavior. Here we have organizational purchasing behavior. So we go to slide 3. Selling business to business successfully, understanding what makes buyers buy. The theories of buyer motivation. Buying determinants theory. Think, what factors affect the buyer? Role theory. Think, what role is a buyer playing? Behavior choice theory. Think, what step will a buyer take? So buying determinants theory, exhibit 4-1. On the top, on the base, you have environmental factors, market factors, organizational factors, and of course your individual factors. Buying center roles. There's a secretary, roles initiator, reports, for example, that a fax keeps breaking down. This is an example of how a product will be purchased in an office. Vice president, the controller, sets budget for purchase of new fax. The office manager, who's the gatekeeper, gathers review from vendors. He goes online, checks out which vendors are better. Secretary and office manager are the influencers. They view demonstrations, narrow choices. They go on YouTube and they see a shootout between the two best products. Office manager, recommender, recommends a particular product to decision maker. The vice president of operations would be the decision maker and select facts to purchase, and of course tell the purchasing department to purchase it. Dimensions of the buying center. The time dimensions. Time is highly fragmented. Many participants for short time participation, which is the example over here we just had. Time is not fragmented. Same people stay throughout the entire process. That would really be true in a purchasing department where someone is dealing with it from A to Z. Vertical dimensions, how many layers of management are involved in the decision-making process? We've seen in the previous example there were many. Horizontal dimensions, how many departments are involved in decision-making? Formalization dimensions, purchasing tasks and roles are guided and enforced by written procedures and policies. Now we have on slide 7, time fragmentation influences sellers' marketing efforts. Highly fragmented, so you have either a many or little number of decision makers, time spent in decision stages. It could either be many, little, high fragmentation, or minimally fragmented. Decision cycle time influence, you have longer decision cycle versus a shorter decision cycle. You have large, a little bit of decision cycle timing, the size, or small, or a lot. And this is the experience of decision makers. Sales objective is to move to the right on the continuum to shorten the decision cycle period. Slide 8, recognizing the buyer's dilemma, risk. There are 3 kinds of risks to overcome: financial risk, potential for lost revenue with faulty product; performance risk, product won't perform as intended; social risk, the purchase will not meet approval of a reference group. Overcoming risk, 3 options buyers use to reduce risk: gather more information from more sources, using loyalty to present suppliers, builds trust, and spread the risk by using more decision makers or getting more suppliers. Slide 10, using information to reduce risk. Source information: commercial, personal selling, trade shows, telemarketing or email; sales literature, advertising, website or direct mail; non-commercial, word of mouth from colleagues, consultants, and coworkers. That would be personal or impersonal through trade publications. Behavior choice model. Number 1, identify situation, company, and self-orientation. 2, evaluate personal relevance, determine rewards. 3, assess action alternatives and requirements. 4, choose a behavior strategy, defensive or offensive. Slide 12, expanded buying determinants theory. You have your environmental factors we spoke about, marketing factors, organizational factors such as extrinsic reward systems, purchases, role expectations, corporate culture, and intrinsic rewards. Cross-functional purchasing teams, policies supporting vertical and horizontal dimensions. Individual factors, experience, new buy or straight rebuy, choice of reward, role orientation, valence of reward, meaning how much the reward means to you, and probability perceptions and how probable these rewards will be. Thank you very much and have a good evening. That concludes Chapter 4.